Alright, good day, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, my name is Omoji, so Alfred, also known as the boss of all bosses. So today we're going to be looking at 16 success demand from you. Okay, there are literally more than 6. Okay, but we're going to be looking at 6. So we'll say 6 things that success demand from you. Oftentimes I've heard people pray for success. We all wish for success. Okay, we've done fasting and prayer, praying to God to make us successful and every other thing, and yet we ask ourselves questions like, is it that I'm doing the wrong thing? Okay, is it that God is not answering my prayer? Is it that there's somebody in the village doing me? All sorts of questions. Okay, now but we fail to understand that success demands some source of responsibility from us. All right, success demands something from us back in return. If you must be successful, you should know that success also demands something from you. All right, of course, number one is prayer. You need to pray. As a Christian, you need to pray. But beyond the prayer, there are things that you need to do. Okay, so today we're going to be looking at 6 things that success demand from you. The first one is hard work. Okay, now success demand hard work from you. All right, do not believe in luck. Believe in hard work. Believe in work. You should believe in work. You should believe in work. You should believe in the work of your hands. All right, now let's look at it this way. The Bible says that we bless the work of your hands. All right, how we bless the work of your hands. So if you don't have anything doing, what do you want God to bless? What do you want God to bless? All right, it's not enough for you to pray. When you pray, you need to work. You need to go out to work. Now you say, okay, boss for bosses, I don't have any business I'm doing right now. Look for somewhere to work. Oh, boss of all bosses, I've applied so many places and nobody's ready to employ me. Then go and work as an intern. Work somewhere, do something. All right, do something. Give out yourself to learn from someone. No, when the generation people always say, oh, they are using me, they are using me, they are using me. Let me tell you the true story. You cannot be useful if you're not used. So you have to be used to become useful. It's a fact. It's a fact. So it's not that you choose to serve people genuinely. All right. Yes, to acquire knowledge, it's not that you choose to serve or you pay for it. All right, nobody's employing you. Then go and look for someone to serve and serve with your full chest out. All right, of course, we're in a generation when sometimes you also want to serve and people are looking at you to be sure if they are willing to take you. Okay, but in the midst of that, ignore all that, okay, and work. Okay, you have to work. You have to do something, okay, that God will bless and will put money in your pocket. So the next one is patience. All right, the next one is patient. Okay, um if you are losing the patience, then you're losing the battle. If you're losing patience, then you're losing the battle. All right, the moment you start losing patience, all right, that moment you start losing the battle. All right, that moment you start losing the battle, you need to stay there long enough, all right, to get the result. Result does not just come overnight. Ask any billionaires you know, ask any successful business persons you know, they will tell you, if they are being sincere with you, all right, they will tell you that the journey is not an easy one. They will tell you that sometimes people won't go as far as calling them names, calling them fraud, calling them 419, calling them scammers, say they are not worthy to be trusted, calling them all sorts of names. If they will open up to you, if they will really tells you, of course, most of them might not want to tell you that part, okay, because why? You didn't give them that room for them to tell you such things like that. Okay, for them to do that is because you've proven to them that you can be trustworthy. Okay, you've proven to them that you can be trustworthy. You've proven to them over and over again. Then you see them opening stuff like this to you. Now, the reason why they were not successful is because they were patient. I tell people, I said it took Amazon years to start making profit. Years to start making profit. meaning for years they were losing funds. Okay, the investors were crying, things were happening. It took years. Okay, so if it takes years to build a brand, why do you think you just wake up one morning and start making all the millions one morning? So you have to be patient. All right. I've seen some persons that have plan A, plan B, plan C, plan D. Oh, they say that one source of income cannot make you wealthy, so you have to look for all those source of income. If you've not succeeded in one, what make you think you will succeed in the other one? All right. So when we talk about multiple source of income, we're saying that you succeeded in one, you were so good at that one that that one began to give birth to other ones. And of course, that is another day story, because there's a thing for that one to give birth, and there's another thing again for you to learn how to manage these two, the both together. Okay, so when we're talking about multiple source of income, we're not talking about you that have not even made one source of income successfully and you're fighting to get the other one. What do you think you will do to yourself? You will distract yourself. All right, yeah, you will distract yourself, and you should understand that plan B suck. Plan B is nonsense. There's nothing like plan B. Is that plan A work or plan A work? There's nothing like plan B. So you need to be patient. You need to be patient. Keep pushing, keep working, keep educating yourself. If a client comes to say, oh, you did rubbish, oh, take it back, because a failure is a feedback. Okay, it's not a final destination, it's a feedback. Okay, so when they tell you, when they give you a feedback of failure, saying, oh, you did this thing wrong, you did that wrong, this is not what I paid for, this is not what I asked for, they are free to do that to you because they gave you money. All right, so what you need to do is accept your fault, go back and perfect on it. Don't say because they say this, they say that, so I will just I have so many stories to tell. Some of them can also be from your staff. Some of them can be from any, can also be from your parents. That is not enough reason for you to say you're shutting down. No, it's not enough reason for you to say that you're shutting down. All right. So number 3 is sacrifice. Oh my God. All right. So if you do not sacrifice for what you want, then you will be the sacrifice. If you cannot sacrifice for the things you want, then you will be the sacrifice. Now, sacrifice is so strong that that you need to first of all know what you want, okay, and you need to know how you can sacrifice for it, okay. This is in various ways. All right. So when you're working in a firm, and this is what you want, and you've seen the vision that from here you will get to XYZ position, or you will own your own from this point where you are, from where you are right now working. Most of us are working in a place where if we look deep down, all right, that office can take us to the next phase of our life. All right, now when you look at and you discover that this is exactly what I'm looking for, I would advise that you being patient, sacrifice your time, sacrifice sacrifice your knowledge, okay, sacrifice everything that you need to put in place, okay, to get to the next level of your life. So you will not wake up one morning and said, I die. No. There's a clip I watched on social media. Was it yesterday? Yes. And the guy was actually talking to his friend, and he was talking about his father, and he said that so the other one was answering, say, what did the boss said? Uh, his father went to see their boss. So what did the boss said? And he said, it is not what the boss said that is matters. What matters most is what the boss did not say. All right. Then he started saying that the dad sat in front of the boss, and looking at the boss, the dad kept telling himself, he said, I would have been the one on the other side of the table, meaning he would have been the one being the boss, okay? Because nothing, everything the boss is doing, there's nothing extraordinary about it, nothing so supernatural about it, nothing so special about it. Okay, nothing so special. But he says something like, he said, but it is too late for him to be on the other side of the table. It is too late for him to be on the other side of the table. Okay, now because why? He believed at that then that he cannot achieve what the boss has achieved. So there are some of us that believe that we can do anything, we can achieve anything and achieve it successfully, achieve it with a clean hands. Okay, we believe that we can achieve anything we want to achieve, and there are some other people that believe that they cannot achieve it. They believe. So what are you working on right now? Is your belief. It's your belief. Okay, so you want to sacrifice for something because you believe that that thing is going to be for you everything you said it would be. Everything you said it should be. Okay, so now the boss, his father refused to sacrifice his time, and years after, he's regretting because he's saying that whatever this person is doing right now is something I would have done. There is nothing supernatural about it. Say, but one thing is this: it is too late for him. You know, I've seen people at the age of 45 and saying God time is the best. You're still waiting for God time at the age of 35, 50. All right? Yeah, yeah, yeah. You cannot compare yourself to someone that started early. Start early. Start early. It's difficult, but yes, start. It seems like you're not making progress, but yes, start. Start early. Sacrifice your time for that thing. Sacrifice everything you have, your resources. See, they will call you names, my dear. Sacrifice it to get what you want. All right? It's important that you have to sacrifice. Now, the next one is consistency. It's almost the same thing as sacrifice. Okay? Consistency. Consistency. All right. The more you do something, okay, the more you become perfect at it. The more you discover one more thing to do to make it better. Okay. Being consistent is not being excellent from day one. I've not seen anybody that just started with first and became 100% perfect. Never. Never. Consistency meaning that people will reject your work from day one. Some might accept, some will also reject. Even at the point where you call yourself expert, people will still reject your job. People will still reject your job. So consistency is very important if you must succeed in life. Okay, so success demand that you should be consistent, doing that thing over and over and over and over again. That's something we call the 10,000 hours rule. Okay, now if you want to be among the top 10 in any field, if you want to be among the top 10, you should have done that thing 10,000 hours time. You will have given 10,000 hours of your time into that field, all right, for you to be among the top 10 in that field. So you want to be the top 10 in the media field, in the real estate field. You want to be among the top 10 in and maybe in the law firm. You want to be among the top 10 in whatever field at all. Get ready to put in your 10,000 hours into it. It's a rule. To some persons, it will take them 15 years. To some, it will take them 10 years. To some, it can even take them maybe 8 years. But you must put in the 10,000 hours rule. Now, when you do that, what are you doing to yourself? Okay, 10,000 hours will mean you learn most of the challenges. All right, you witness this one, you witness that one. I remember when we started media work newly, and I went to, I'm talking about the 10,000, right? Yeah. And I went to Abia State to cover this wedding, amazing couple. All right. That was years ago, years ago. And that was when I started the media work newly years ago. I went to cover their wedding. But I didn't know that at that time, okay, camera used to record on slow motion. I have no idea about it. Okay, that camera used to record on slow motion. Then I didn't also know that when you're covering the dressing, all right, when the bride is dressed, when you're covering those dressing, an opportunity for you to use those time to set all your cameras and set this and set this. And this is me just shooting. Okay, people were admiring my job. They were admiring the way I'm taking the shot from various angles and everything. It was like a blast, but they've not seen the content yet. Okay, and even for me, I think I'm doing some. I was so putting all my strength, everything on that job, not knowing that what I was just recording was on slow motion. So everything was just going slow. You understand, all right? And After the job, we came back to Port Harcourt and I said, okay, fine, let me edit for my client, only for me to discover that it was a slow motion I recorded all through. I took it to meet some of my friends to see if they can help me. We tried, but let me tell you, if the voice comes, no, I did the slow motion. The voice is going normal, but the motions are moving slowly. So when we now try to merge the voice to the slow, we will hear fast voice and slow. So if now we'll be able to have a software that will adjust it, but then there was no software like of that nature. So you see, I battle with it, but it was just one time experience. Oh, I had it tough with the client. As a matter of fact, at the point I even refund back the client his money. Okay, I gave him the tape and I refunded back their money. Now if I now say because I had this experience, let me stop, I'm not doing video work again, it's a lie. I have to, but I've learned something. I've come to understand that it's always a slow motion. So that part of me cannot repeat itself again in my life. Why? Because I've learned from that experience. Consistency helps you. Okay, there are so many things I've learned when I've learned doing jobs for clients. Okay, yeah, so many things. So I just want to become perfect. The next one, I want to be more perfect. The next one, I want to be more perfect. The next one, I want to be more perfect. And that is how it is. Okay, consistency helps you to handle things like that. Whatever business you're running, you cannot be 100% perfect the first day, not even the first year, not the second year. It's not possible. We're in a generation where everybody wants you to be 100% perfect. Those who when I see this, I see it very fascinating to me. Or when you see parents, okay, parents went to drop their children in school. Now the things they cannot do to their children at home, they cannot cover their children to a certain level. All right, now they want the teacher to do everything. That's how it is when you're working. That even something that the client felt, they just feel you're 100% excellent, so you cannot come and tell me all this. All right, but if you follow that pattern, you might just end up leaving whatever thing that is meant to put food on your table. So consistency is the key. It doesn't matter how you start, but work to get perfect. And don't just say that's who I am. Now I'm not saying you to say, oh, that's who I am, you don't want to take it, leave it. No, we're saying that perfect your skills. When they come and say this is not good, say I'm sorry, sir, but I will amend it. Okay, ensure you amend it. And if you know the one you cannot amend, of course you have to do a refund. Okay, but try to ensure that the next client that is coming, that same mistake will not repeat itself again. So that's what consistency helps you to do. Now the fifth one is discipline. Okay, you have to be disciplined. All right, you have to be disciplined with your prayer life. You have to be disciplined with your tithe and offering. If you want to have wealth in the gospel way, you should understand that your tithe is very important. Okay, your tithe is very important. It's also part of the discipline, because you might not be 100% perfect, but you have to work towards perfection. You cannot get perfect overnight. And I keep saying this to people. You cannot. It is not possible. All right. But the fact that somebody is praying 10 hours a day does not mean I will go and pray 10 hours a day. The person grew to that point. So if it's 30 minutes, if it's 5 minutes, even 1 minute I can pray a day, I just want to be consistent with my prayer. All right. So when I wake up in the morning and I pray and I say, God, I'm going to bless my day because I know my day is blessed. It's consistency. Consistency. I mean, I say discipline. So it's discipline. Discipline to stay at the job. Discipline to do what is right. Discipline. You work to get to that point. You need to be very disciplined to say, this one I can accept, this one I cannot accept. Discipline. Because see, the marketplace is full of noise. All right, and everybody comes with their own noise. So you just have to be very disciplined, okay, to take the very one you want to do. Okay, now motivation will get you going, but discipline will keep you going. All right, motivation will get you going, but discipline will keep you going. Discipline is the only thing that will make you grow, not being motivated. If you get motivated by any motivational speaker, you can just keep going, and that's fine. Okay, but when you're disciplined, you will keep growing. All right. So the next one is self-confident. Do I love this number 6, self-confident? Is an amazing. All right. I love it because why? I've seen a lot of persons that are not being confident. They are not self-confident. Okay. Now, self-confident does not mean whether you wear the best clothes or you wear the best wristwatch or you wear the best designer suit. It has nothing to do with that. Okay. I thought about a story that a man walked into. I heard the story on social media. The man walked into into a tailor shops and he has the owner of the shop to make him a very good nice suit and a very good Rolex watch that is going to sign up a contract. He need a very nice suit, a good Rolex watch, so when he appear they will know that he has shoot, he don't come, you stand. And the man said something to him. He said, when he was saying, the man just keep looking at the floor, do not even mind if someone is talking to him. But at the end of the day, he looked up to him and he said, you don't need the best suit or the most expensive suit and the best Rolex watch, okay, to have this self-confidence. You don't need it to show up in the room, because when you need these things, what are you doing? You're borrowing it. You're borrowing self-confidence to yourself, and that's what a lot of us do. We borrowed self-confidence. We borrowed things to make us feel good. All right. If the reason why I'll sign up a deal with you because you came with a fancy suit and that's all you have confidence on, there's a problem. That is a problem. All right. He said walk into the room and own the room. Okay, you need to own the room. Now you're not owning the room by being arrogant or by being selfish. You're owning the room because you have that confidence. You have the confidence that this thing I have, I'm not competing with price, I'm competing with value. The value that I have, that I'm offering, is something that you people need. Self-confident. Okay. And when you do your stuff, wait to take. You have to, some of us can do some certain things that we don't know how to answer for our reward. We don't know how to answer for our payment. We don't know how to answer. You produce the result. All right. You have to learn how to do that. Okay. Self-confident. When you're talking to people about your product, bring it out. Bring it out, put it on the table, because you mastered it, and right now it's time for you to give it out and to earn from it. Okay, to earn from it. So you have to be self-confident when you walk into that room. Own the room. Okay, own the room. Do not give up. Own the room. You might not do it well the first time. You might not do it well the second time, even the third, the fourth, the fifth, even the sixth. You might not be able to, but the more you keep showing up, okay, the more you become more perfect. The more you become perfect, okay, and good in using your speech. Okay, so you have to be self-confident. It's not being rude. I'm not saying rude though. Don't misunderstood this thing. It's not being rude. There are some people that they are just being rude. Okay, I'm not talking about being rude. I'm talking about being self-confident to present the things you have to present. And whatever you do not give up until you win. My name is Omojesu Alfred, also known as the boss of all bosses. I hope this video helps. Okay, but while watching, I also want you to share the video, get your friends and family, let them get to watch, because why? I know that is going to bless them. And of course, we're going to be dropping another episode on Thursday, and you really don't want to miss out from it. All right. Till then, I want to say God bless you and have a fruitful week to yourself. God bless you.